Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 129th episode of PandTha Talks.
Hello.
We've been away for a couple of weeks. 1 week my fault.
The last month or two has just been bad. Okay,
It has.
it's not worked out for either of us.
No, it's something that I'm definitely going to try and sort out on my side. Because some of it's to do with timing, other bits is to do with just me and my bloody immune system, which has for some reason gone to pot in recent months. I've got no idea why.
Yeah,
I don't like it. But for the most part,
he's just going through it at the minute.
yeah, I'm through the phases. Leave me be. But two bits. One is the fact that there was a lot over the last 2 weeks because we did actually gather the articles for last week, so we have that to talk about, and we've got this week's. The other is, Will, you get older in 2 days.
Okay, and
Happy early birthday, I suppose. Even though I'm
No,
going to
thanks.
spam you with it on the day, so heck you.
you'll be like the only one that
I don't give a shit. I'll still do it.
good for you.
You know I do it every year. Heckin' deal with it.
I'm just gonna forget yours just because I can.
Yeah, I know you forget mine. You did it like I think it was last year as well. And
The worst part is like a week before, I'll be all over it. I'll know in my head. I'll be like, it's in a week. Oh, it's in 6 days. Oh, it's in 5 days. The day and the day before will come, and it's like it never existed.
that sounds about right, honestly.
Because my brain's just like, ha, you want to remember something? Not today.
Not happening. But yeah, we have a lot to discuss, so let's get straight into it, and we'll see how this goes this week. Start as we mean to go on, I suppose. So, Saints Row 7 has been teased by a developer, which is interesting considering they closed down. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know if you recall this, but after the horrific game that was Saints Row Friendship is Magic, as I've taken to calling it, they ended up closing down because of how bad that game did and how bad the last couple had done. But apparently, according to one of the developers who worked on the first Entity in the long-running series, there is a possibility for a new game. And it's the Saints Row 1 director working on a prequel pitch, asked by the actual ownership of the Saints Row IP. Now,
the last Saints Rows I remember are 3, Get Out of Hell, which was basically just DLC for 3, and 4. I don't remember anything after that.
Get Out of Hell was DLC for 4.
Oh, okay. I was close.
You were close. So yeah, I remember 2, 3, 4. Those were like my big ones. I've kind of purged my memory of the Saints Row reboot because of how horrific it was. And if I remember it, I'll just go on a rant that will not. It will last longer than this episode. So
I played a whole lot of 3. I quite enjoyed 3. To be completely honest, it was a very, very good mess around time.
Oh yeah.
And I think I played a little bit of 2, but don't remember anything of it. And I saw a little bit of 4, but never actually played it.
4 was okay. It was nowhere near as good as 3, and it was definitely nowhere near as good as 2. 2 was my favourite because they had a bit of seriousness to it, but it wasn't much. It was similar to 3 in that way, but it had good bones basically around its creation, which I was happy with.
3 was just fun. There was nothing else to it.
No, exactly. 4 tried to go over the top and it went too far, and that's what fucked it up. And the reboot just, god damn, there is nothing worse than that thing. Really isn't.
My favorite thing I will still remember about 3 is upgrading the AR to get the underbarrel grenade launcher, and then getting infinite grenade upgrade. And when you crouch, you have no fire rate cap on the grenade spam from it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was like calling in an airstrike.
See, I like the Genki mobile. It was just fun, just mindless fun. But apparently, the guy who was actually a director on Saints Row 1 originally, he either runs or is part of a company that basically creates a bunch of VR games called Bit Planet Games. And apparently they're saying, no, it definitely won't be a VR game, which is for the best. Let's just be straight up. Saints Row in VR would be just motion sickness over like everything else. You would not be able to. No,
I'd still play it.
Yeah, I would still definitely play it, but I would throw my guts up.
Oh no, I'd be all over that shit.
So apparently he does have a very clear vision for the prequel, but it's unlikely to arrive before 2030.
Jesus!
Whether the game comes out first or the world ends, we'll see. But, you know.
What the fuck is the point of telling us?
I know, right? But that's, to be honest, a pretty common thing. So, in regards to what you said beforehand about we'll be covering bigger topics, the bigger topic at the moment is GTA 5, GTA 6, and everything around that. I think a lot of people already know, but GTA 6 has been delayed.
Oh, yeah.
And
Was it to the end of next year, did I hear?
Yes. It's, I believe, November 17th or something like that, 2026.
Absolutely not shocked at all.
No, not in the slightest. But ironically, just the week before, I came across this article, which was about how a Grand Theft Auto 5 actor thinks GTA 6 deserves to cost $100.
Oh, do they now?
Yeah, which is a fucking ludicrous statement in my opinion, but here we are. So, Jay Klatz, who famously portrayed Lester Crest. Oh, what an irony that the head of the actual heisting would think that way. Also the guy that looks like a genuine paedophile. But moving on, although neither Rockstar nor Take-Two Interactive has revealed the official price of GTA 6, analysts predict a price increase from the usual $70 is on the horizon. And Klatz believes it would be perfectly warranted if it were to happen. Why would it? Well, once again, he is just an actor, so he wouldn't really understand much regarding that in the industry, but here we are. Gotta say though, the actual photos and things that are coming out from GTA 6 do look good. Will I play
it? That's fantastic when you do it in photo mode and specifically make cinematics for that sort of thing.
Exactly.
But what's the actual game going to be like?
That's the big question. So, I've got to bring this up because the next few points won't make too much sense without it. So, Take-Two Q2 net bookings vastly exceed expectations to $1.96 billion. The firm reports the second best quarter of net bookings in its history, revises outlook for the full financial year. Take-Two Interactive has published its second quarter financial results, reporting significant increases in revenue and net bookings. However, the latest report was overshadowed by the news that GTA 6 has been delayed for a second time. So, the actual numbers for this, by the way, are net revenue, $1.77 billion, up 31% year on year. Net loss, $133.9 million, compared to $365.5 million in loss in the year ago quarter. And total net bookings of $1.96 billion, up 33% year on year.
And 20% of that is going to go straight to the CEO's pocket.
Oh, guaranteed, yeah. During an earnings call via Seeking Alpha, Take-Two CEO Strauss said net bookings vastly exceeded expectations, increasing 33% to $1.96 billion. This represented the best second quarter of net bookings in Take-Two's history, which saw a 20% rise in concurrent consumer spending, RCS, which accounted for 73% of total revenue. Zelnick noted that successful launches of NBA 2K16, hate you, 26, Mafia the Old Country, and several mobile titles, hate you even more,
oh god,
more than offset the challenges Borderlands 4 faced during its initial launch. How is that sitting, actually? How is that sitting? Borderlands 4. Let's see. Still mixed.
Still not good.
No, I thought you said it was like... Oh, Jesus. Oh.
That's good. Yep, that looks real good.
I mean, you go down to the... Aside from the pitiful performance and unacceptable response from the studio, to a game is great. Okay. So that's the problem. Still performance issues. Oh, no. Well, this was unintentional.
Makes a big picture move.
That's the one. Never done that before. The CEO said the release was a bit softer than it would have liked due to challenges with optimization and performance on PC. No, it was because of Randy Pitchford's typical foot-in-mouth response. In retrospect, we feel there are things that we could have done better and we intend to do better in the future. Zelnick explained, in the fullness of time, we think the unit sales on this title will be very solid. and the economic results will be in line with our expectations. Take-Two saw major success in its mobile segment for this quarter, which accounted for 46% of its revenue compared to Rockstar's 15%.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I absolutely despise this with like a burning passion. Zelnick said mobile is a very significant part of the business, which has grown faster than the console and PC parts of the business. I hate this. I hate this with a passion. I really do.
I would like to point out, I used to be like a massive mobile gamer because it was sort of my only option. In the last, I would say, 5 years, I have contributed absolutely nothing in terms of revenue to mobile games.
Oh, as it should.
And I will continue to do so.
Good on you. That's the way it should be.
They're just not worth it, mate.
No, they're not.
Especially nowadays. Like back when I was doing it, there was actually some pretty good games out there. I mean, hell, we have some fantastic memories from it. But now, if there's a mobile game made, you can bet your ass there's about 1% gameplay if you're lucky, and 99% ad revenue and microtransactions.
Yeah, no, exactly that. So, the reason I'm bringing up all this money anyways is because Rockstar Games acts as 30 Scots staff as union brands it calculated attack on workers.
What?
Yeah, so it sacked over 30 staff in Scotland in a move union.
Rory?
Yeah?
Do you want to check your internet? You're going very robot-y on me.
Am I? Everything back to normal, or...?
Yeah, I normally give it a second to see if it passes, but you kept going there, and then of course the moment I decided I'd say something, it stopped.
That sounds about right, doesn't it? I just checked. Yeah, about right. Let me just. Yeah, that's all fine. So Rockstar, is it gone again? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It dropped to red briefly. The fuck's going on there, Discord? What are you doing? Why are you being a bitch? What the fuck? My ping's at normal. I don't think I'm down. Wait, am I downloading? Ah. Whoops.
I guess when you entered the big picture mode, it decided to
brick me. Yeah.
Update check.
That's fine. One moment. There we go. That should hopefully resolve some of it.
Hope so.
And I'll also do that. There we go. So, anyways, Rockstar Games has sacked over 30 staff in Scotland in a move union bosses branded the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of the games industry. Now, as we've just mentioned, they brought in one of their best fucking quarters ever. And yet they're turning around now and go get rid of these people.
You know what, though? This is another thing we are constantly talking about. We see these massive companies bring in revenue like they've never seen before.
Yeah.
And yet they are still laying off thousands of people.
Exactly. It's a massive concern.
Then we dig a little deeper again, and we see that the CEO got some enormous raise as well on top of the workers being laid off.
Take-Two, isn't it? So Take-Two Interactive CEO bonus and salary. Let's have a look, shall we? So last year, his 2023 compensation was approximately $42.1 million. 2024 income was about $25.6 million, which included a base salary of $274,740 and $26.2 million in incentives.
So he got well over $50 million there. Nice way of splitting it up. So he got over 20% more of what he got the year before.
Oh no, that'll make up the 26.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's still a ludicrous amount of money.
For doing what exactly?
Nodding at meetings and acting like he knows what they're talking about. And then whenever he goes into a new meeting and they turn around and say, oh, we've got information that you need to tell the shareholders, he'll then just repeat exactly what's on a sheet of paper. That's pretty much his job. Repeat what's on paper given to him by people who know what they're talking about. That is a CEO's job, just summed up. It's just the way companies are, mate. It's fucking ludicrous. Union chiefs branded it a calculated attack on workers, saying those axed were all members of the IWGB Game Workers Union private Discord channel and appeared to have been targeted for this reason.
I'm sorry, what is that title?
Yeah, I have no idea. International Game Workers? No. I've got no idea. I have no idea.
International Workers Great Britain?
Maybe? I don't
know.
They're ludicrous. They make titles up for everything now. You know this. Rockstar Games denies the allegations. Of course they would. The massacre comes months before the expected launch of GTA 6. Tipped to be the biggest game ever, release ever, and with more than $1 billion in pre-orders forecast. That hurts.
But they feel the need to up the price tag by nearly 50%, if not by 50%.
Yeah, exactly that.
They could with the hype around this game and the amount of following that this game has always had in the past, and currently still has, they could get away with selling this game at $30 and still probably break records.
Mate, GTA 5 alone has raked in $8 billion or £6 billion since 2013.
Exactly.
Take-Two hit back, insisting workers were let go for gross misconduct and for no other reason.
What, was the entire company just fucking money laundering or something?
Wouldn't shock me. It is Rockstar. The IWGB said in a statement, over 30 members of UK staff at Rockstar Games, developers Grand Theft Auto series, were fired on Thursday, October 30th, due to trade union activity. The staff, who were all part of the private trade union Discord channel and members of the Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain, you were pretty close, were dismissed in what the union argues constitutes unlawful and retaliatory dismissals. Organisations at the IWGB have reported that amongst the staff dismissed were those with visas sponsored by Rockstar and those with medical conditions who will lose access to essential workplace healthcare schemes.
So that's why they got rid of them.
Didn't want to pay for their medical insurance.
Exactly. What did they do exactly?
Well, that's the part that doesn't seem to have been answered. The IWGB, which sees this as a brazen act of illegal union busting, says it will be mounting a full and robust defence of its members who it believes have been targeted unfairly and exercising their legal rights. Alex Marshall, our IWGB president, said, Rockstar has just carried out the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of the games industry. I mean, I still remember the time of like Bethesda a couple months ago and stuff, so I'm not too sure if the flagrant contempt for the law and for the lives of their workers who bring in their billions is an insult to the fans and the global industry. Their fans won't care, unfortunately.
No, the fans can give a shit. They don't know any better.
Yep. Despite this calculated attack on the workers organising for a collective voice and to improve their difficult working conditions, the Rockstar Union remains undeterred. They will keep organising for respect and better conditions, whilst continuing to pour their blood, sweat and creativity into games that are loved by millions. The IWGB will pursue every legal claim to ensure the members are reinstated and receive interim relief.
If you just got told to fuck off by Rockstar themselves and Take-Two, would you even want to go back?
No, not particularly.
No, I'm not saying you wouldn't go back because I'm sure the wages are nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't really want to be going back.
No, preferably not.
Next year, kind of the rest of your career there just ruined because of what they've done.
Effectively so. Next year, GTA 6 is expected to make upwards of $10 billion, £7.6 billion. That's enough to end world hunger for a year. Such a flagrant attack on workers' rights from such a valuable studio sends a very clear and shocking message to the world that money matters more than people. Might I just add, please don't do grandstanding like this. It just makes people not take your point seriously. Alan Lewis, head of global corporate communications at Take-Two Interactive, says, we strive to make the world's best entertainment properties by giving our best-in-class creative teams positive work environments and ongoing career opportunities. Our culture is
spouting nonsense trying to fill people's heads with, oh yeah, we're so good.
Exactly. Our culture is focused on teamwork, excellence, and kindness. Sure. Rockstar Games terminated a small number of individuals for gross misconduct and for no other reason. As always, we fully support Rockstar's ambitions and approach. And what was the reason?
Yeah, I'd love to know what they quote-unquote did.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
The fact, though, that it is a bunch of people who had visas and medical expenses, if that's not just all around, I don't know what is.
It's very telling. So
it's obvious.
Yeah, exactly. I was close. November 19th. The games industry.
2 days off.
Yeah, the games industry has been left reeling from the announcement that GTA 6 has been delayed yet again. What a shocker.
Shocker.
The news
What's the year count up to now?
Ooh. How many times has it been delayed now? Is this his third or fourth?
Not just delays, but development in general. How many years are we up to now?
You know what? I saw another question actually that I'd really like the answer to. Just over 4 years. Oh
That's
no, that's
Gran
Gran Turismo
Turismo.
6. That's not what I
You
was
missed
asking for at all.
you missed an A. You missed an A.
Yeah.
In your search. There you go.
Yeah, that explains it. Pre-production began in 2019. 7 years it will be.
I'm sure it will climb.
Now the question is, what's the cost? About $2 billion.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's a ludicrous amount of money.
And what exactly are we gonna get?
Suffering. Pain and suffering.
The same shit as GTA 5, just larger.
And with better graphics. If you can run them.
Well, yeah.
That's the key word. If you can run them.
If you fucking 80, 90s, Supreme, Super Deluxe, Extreme.
No. Now we need quantum computers.
Jesus Christ.
The news was revealed as part of Take-Two's Interactive's impressive second quarter financial results. Dear.
Wow.
He told that he was not in the least bit worried about the impact or of the delay on business. You should be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, if this is just exactly what I'm thinking. A question I'm thinking about more progressively is this. Could the late arrival for GTA 6 have an impact on when next-gen consoles come to market? It's highly
Next-gen
plausible.
consoles are going to be lucky to fucking run GTA 6 at 10 FPS.
Mate, next-gen consoles are going to be lucky to even launch at this rate. The industry's falling apart around consoles at the moment. I don't even know what's going on.
If they come out and when GTA 6 comes out, mate, you're either going to get 10 FPS if you're lucky, or fucking Vice City graphics.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the same place as Vice City. This feels so retro. It's all we're going to hear from the console fans.
At this point, I hope the studio closes and GTA 6 gets cancelled because I'm so bored of hearing about GTA 6.
Yeah. So, we actually do have some more information about what they apparently got fired for.
I'm looking forward to hearing the bullshit excuses they've come up with.
It took action against a small number of individuals for distributing and discussing confidential information.
Okay.
We took, discussing confidential information in a public forum, a violation of company policies.
So, hang on, let me guess. They went out for coffee on their lunch and were talking about what they were doing in office. Yeah, and someone ratted them out.
I'd say different. Think about what that article said prior. It sounds as though it could be a case where basically they were talking about things that were going on in the office within this IWGB Discord chat, and because it was classified as confidential information because it's about the office, they fired them.
Excuse, mate.
Yeah, basically,
as they would put it.
Yeah, and also on top of that, it's probably a way of effectively turning around and going, now we don't have to deal with these issues because we've got rid. It's a pretty simple way for them to go about it. And I think, to be honest with you, that would be about right. Oh yeah, and workers affected by the Rockstar layoffs have been protesting in London and Edinburgh. Good. Which is fun. We have protests right outside the office.
I fully believe they're not going to get anywhere with it because this world it just doesn't care about the small person at all.
Of course.
And unless you have an M or a B next to your total net worth, they couldn't care less.
Exactly that. So, I don't know whether this is good news, bad news, or in between. I'm personally not sure on it. But Hogwarts Legacy 2 could apparently be an MMORPG according to job listings. I have some doubt on it. I've got a feeling, if anything, they're probably going to go more down the route of maybe we could jump into a co-op. And that's what I'd hope.
I feel like if they were going to do that, they would need such an enormous world created. Because, like, my problem as well with MMORPGs is there's always people doing the same thing. And that's going to happen because it's a solid game. And that gets frustrating.
It can, definitely.
Especially when you've got games where there's events that if someone beat you to it and you're waiting on respawn timer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most frustrating crap ever.
Oh, definitely. Especially when there's so much space in Hogwarts.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my thought. Is Hogwarts in its own is kind of small.
Yeah.
So how much are they going to be expanding outwards from just Hogwarts?
That is the question. Both a job listing for designer, narrative systems, and listing for lead developer world line. No, I was not supposed to say would line up with other career posts that could give players a fresh insight into the potential MMORPG. Designer narrative systems description mentions that it need to be applicable to be able to create within an established franchise, have deep literacy. Yeah, that's about right.
Maybe they're going for like the gameplay aspects and not necessarily the exact style of MMORPG, but maybe the stuff like, oh hey, you found an item that has 0.02 better stats than your previous item, swap it out.
Maybe that's kind of what they already
Because
did in a way.
I really dislike that system.
Same. It's annoying. It's just all about numbers.
You can't find an item that you actually like with like some secondary status effect that works well with your build. It's just, oh, this has one damage more than my previous item. Let me swap it.
Exactly. On the other side of things, the lead designer world requirements include knowledge of open world gameplay and progression/reward systems, along with experience in live service games and online multiplayer RPG.
Wonderful.
That's a frightening thing. As I said, if they did it where it's co-op, this would be fine. I wouldn't have an issue with. On the other hand, MMORPG,
it does. It feels like they're maybe going for the aspects of it because I just don't see how it could work. Hogwarts is too small. You'd be branching out so far. The Wizarding World is massive. I quite like the Harry Potter series and stuff to do with it. But like at that point, you're not calling the game Hogwarts anymore.
No, don't get me wrong. Hogwarts Legacy had a pretty large map, but
yeah, and you're gonna have to expand upon that for the next game.
Yeah, it would need to be like 3 times larger for it to be an MMORPG. For a single player game, this was enough, more than. But for a multiplayer MMORPG, nowhere near. So something fun for you, Will. Xbox hardware revenue falls 29%.
I wonder why.
Well, this is the thing. I have two thoughts on this. One is obviously what they've done with Game Pass. Two is, three thoughts technically. Two is that Game Pass will by itself make its own hardware become obsolete. That's the word. Obsolete overall, because basically it's no longer required to play the games, because Xbox Play Anywhere is becoming a new thing. And the third is pretty much, why should we really bother with consoles? People are moving away from them because the next generation are coming, or people are moving to PC, or whatever else.
You gotta remember as well, they didn't just increase the price of Game Pass, they've been increasing the price of absolutely everything, including consoles.
Yeah, but the other part too
and it's gonna get to the point where, it has gotten to the point where consoles are pretty much as valuable as components that you could buy for a PC that will run better than the console. Now they're getting to the point where you're going to actually be able to get some pretty decent hardware for a PC.
Exactly.
At the same price, if not less than what consoles are going to be, especially when you consider next gen. If I suppose at this rate with what you were saying about the console market going, if next gen consoles come out, I can almost guarantee you they're going to be a ludicrous price.
It's seeming that way, most definitely. But yeah, the other part to it was pretty much we're at the end, coming to the end of the cycle. Everyone who wants an Xbox console or a PlayStation console has already bought one. The sales now are going to trickle to slow, or if not, they're going to stop. The fact that they're still getting sales at all on their consoles is impressive, considering they increase the price to like a silly degree from what I'd heard. As I'd said though, like the only thing I respected Xbox for in the last console generation is that they had one for like cheap that people could come in from and be able to play without any experience.
And then they up the price.
Yeah, they let me down a lot in that regard. Same with Game Pass. That let me down a lot. I actually cancelled it, by the way.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. But I have some good news this week, Will.
Do you? Because right now it's just been a shitstorm.
I know, but this is good news. Nintendo's creature capture patent dealt Blur mid-Power lawsuit. Japan rejected it.
Yeah, we talked about this very briefly, and you sent me this, and I couldn't have been happier.
Yeah, well, I have an increase in good news, which everyone
Okay.
knows about the Japan side. What people are probably only just starting to hear about is the US patent also re-examined it, and they also rejected it.
Beautiful.
So that's the creature capture and battling mechanics completely blown out the water. They have 2 months, I think it is, to argue back against the US's decision on that one. If they do, they might get through, but I can't see it. But if they've re-examined one, what are the chances that they're going to not re-examine the others? I think Japan might take the same steps as well. But apparently the US re-examined this one because they saw Japan's decision and then thought, well, if they've not passed it through, we've got to be missing something. So then they've started to look into it, and they've basically gone, nah, can't have this.
It's kind of, it would get to the point where if they just kept like allowing them to patent all this stuff, no one's gonna be able to create a video game ever.
Exactly. And that's sort of what the US said. They were stating how basically they believed it was, I think it was something along the lines of, it would be counterproductive to the games industry if this patent
It
was
would
allowed
be.
to continue.
How many games do you know of where you spawn things?
Oh, tons. Absolute tons. I'm trying to find the quote, but I can't seem to see it. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I know that was roughly what they said. But yeah, it seems like they're basically going to be getting rid of that patent because there's so many other games and things that actually utilize it and these sort of features that it would be ludicrous to patent it and prevent it. Which is fair enough. Oh, and, cause, you know, we've got to read a reader's opinion from time to time. And I know you and me used to have a real blast reading these. There was like 2 good ones in the entire set that we ever read. I remember this. The news that the US Patent Office has ordered the agency to re-examine the patent awarded to Nintendo at the start of September is both highly unusual. It's more than a decade ago since the agency last took this step, and very welcome. The patent in question is covering this. Yeah, I know. It's some. Fuck off. Covered the action of an in-game character summoning another sub-character to fight on their behalf. As such, as many people pointed out, when it was first granted, this patent is ridiculously broad, and it should never have been given the green light in the first place. The patent describes a very common game mechanic, and in filing for it, Nintendo acted like a common patent troll rather than a respectable company. In granting it, the US Patent Office showed itself to be asleep at the wheel. At least one of the parties is now trying to make amends. Nintendo is well known for being one of the most litigious companies in the games business. The family-friendly characters and worlds often seen in stark contrast with unbridled aggression. What?
It's all a front.
It is. It's got an unbridled aggression of its legal team. That's all it does. A contrast, it's often noted that the company shares with Disney. Yeah, I'd argue I agree with that. So, how long do you think it'll be till we get like a cease and desist from either Disney or Nintendo, considering either of them?
Don't worry about it.
All right, I'll make sure to set up a PO box so that anything goes there and I can just ignore it.
They come to me about anything and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, listen, he's the manager.
I might be, but I am not responsible for this man's comments.
Immediately throw you under the bus.
Fucking bitch.
Make up a load of Discord screenshots because it's easy to edit Discord shit, and just be like, yeah. Actually, I don't even need to. I just be like, yeah, like he messages me constantly to get to record.
Did I ever tell you about like the thing with Discord recently? How you can get your Discord account permanently banned?
No.
Basically, people have been doing this where they ask someone, for example, how many eggs are a dozen.
You've seen it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll say like 12, and then someone will edit the their question. It can be like a couple years down the line. They'll say like, "How old's your girlfriend?" or something like this, and then they'll send the screenshot as basically reporting it, and they'll get banned for child safety.
Yeah.
It's mental, absolutely mental. To be fair to the people who found it, though, very fucking clever on their part. I'm impressed. Concerned, but impressed. While its heavy-handed legal antics are often met with criticisms from fans, especially when they end up targeting things like a fan project, tournament organisers, or online creators, there's genuinely a quiet sense of approval within the industry for how Nintendo takes care of business. Its aggressive pursuit of piracy groups, modders, and jailbreakers, and rather more controversially, emulators, is mostly seen as serving the common good of the industry. Even if I'm not even going to try. It attracts means few are willing to publicly sing its praises. You know what I find funny as well about Nintendo's practices and how everyone kind of stays quiet? Did you know a couple of years ago, if you published any Nintendo game footage, like from any game owned by Nintendo themselves, to YouTube, they would take down the video. Unless you're a part of the Nintendo Creator Program.
Wild.
That was a genuine thing for a long time. And then eventually they sort of realised we kind of can't keep getting away with that. So they sorted it. Took them a while.
I mean, they're just stopping people from discovering their game.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is long. The overall thing I think that we're all getting is, it's a good thing that Nintendo have been told to pack it the fuck in, and hopefully they'll get beat in court by Palworld's developers, Pocket Pair. Because if they don't,
hopefully,
I think we're all going to be screaming and shouting from the rooftops. But that's what it is. I told you about this briefly, didn't I?
Yeah, it's just completely stopped.
Yeah, so they're cutting over 14,000 jobs.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is where the sad news just kind of comes out and stands.
I mean, it was never supposed to be in this industry.
No. You can clearly tell. And it seems like they're going more towards AI and things like that, but people found out at the exact same time New World pretty much dropped to shit. So yeah, it's fucked. Throughout 2022 and 2023, Amazon laid off 27,000 employees as a way to cut costs following the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the loss of over 14,000 Amazon staff members would dwarf the summer layoffs that Microsoft made, as the latter made over 9,000 former staffers across the board. The Microsoft layoffs are significant. Why are we talking about Microsoft when it's to do with Amazon? Did you, by the way, take knowledge of the AWS outage the other day?
No.
Basically, like, a load of services worldwide just went down. I was at work at the time, and that impacted my job. Fucked me off for the day. But yeah, AWS went down and basically just fucking took loads of shit out with it. It was awful. EA is pushing devs to use AI, and they're not happy. We knew this would
wonderful.
happen. We knew it had become more and more of a common thing, and it was expected from the get-go, especially after EA got bought out and is sat at around 20 billion in debt because it's cheaper for them to use AI and get some stuff moving than it would be.
Because they can crank out a load of nonsense.
Yeah, exactly that. They'll probably use it, honestly, to just build constant skins to upload to their games to sell.
Oh, piss off.
I guarantee you. In a new report by Business Insider, several unnamed EA employees complained about the mandate to increase AI usage in the company. According to these sources, AI programs like the in-house chatbot Reef GPT,
what?
Interesting, are being pushed into just about everything. For example, AI is allegedly being used to generate code, which requires quite a bit of cleanup later. Devs from areas such as level design have been tasked with helping the in-house bot to learn their work too, which sparked fears that they're going to be replaced. What were we saying when EA got bought again?
What were we saying when AI was announced, mate?
Well, yeah, it's been about the same time period, hasn't it?
And now companies are going to start enforcing it. So the equivalent of forcing someone to dig their own grave, to be completely honest.
Yeah, effectively so. I mean, apart from EA, other companies have also been diving into AI. Subnautica 2 publisher Krafton has committed to being a so-called AI-first company, which sounds dreadful. The company intends to automate work and implement an AI-centered management system using the technology to solve complex problems and improve productivity. How? Get rid of your people so then you've only got robots.
Yeah, and then you have more money for your own pocket.
Yeah, that is effectively what they're doing, and I hate every second of it. So Battlefield 6 it did have a battle royale after all.
Yeah, I heard it didn't go down very well.
No, it did not. There it is, RedSec. It's completely free, 44% positive. Rightly
Yeah.
so. And as you can see, you can buy Battlefield coins, Will.
Of course. It's just not a game that is meant for Battle Royale. I don't know why they decided it was a good idea. But then I suppose it's just trying to jump on the bandwagon, isn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, here's an opportunity to make a fuckload of money from microtransactions. Let's go.
Exactly that. And I am kind of curious here. If I go into SteamDB, let's have a look. See. So let's first start out. We'll go Battlefield 6. 361,000 players. This game is still holding really well.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to that. So now if we go to Battlefield 6 RedSec, is there no like separate thing for RedSec?
What if you tried just searching RedSec?
Oh no, because technically it's DLC. Oh, that's bullshit. Oh no, it's there. Yeah, it's technically DLC, so can't pull it up. So it all comes under the same thing, so we'll never know.
So that review.
Yeah, that review is bad, man. Typical fucking map as always, nothing fucking new. It really is just nothing new. Then again, why is the player base review on here?
They were selective about the reviews they let through.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. No, that seems about right.
Dodgy Rogy.
I feel like I've missed this.
The zero score.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, I dislike this comment, though. RedSec somehow manages to be worse than the original Battlefield 6. But
yeah,
Battlefield
I don't know
6
what that's
is
about.
good.
Who knows?
Dumbness. Former Sony bosses criticise industry's focus on live service games. Notice how it says former Sony boss, not current. Because I'd imagine the current Sony executives will be completely all on it, considering
shit rainbows about it.
You know, a certain Concord here. You know what I love though about Concord is the fact that even now I can just come on here, I can type in Concord, and I can pull up the charts, and I can still see what happened all that time ago. You know what? It fills me with happiness just to watch how
that guy was playing on September.
He was 29th.
What does this guy do?
That guy has got one hell of a life, man. I like how their all-time peak was 607. 697, sorry. And literally, that was what?
10 days?
19th of August? You get to the 9th of September.
What, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah. And I just dies.
Oh, have you ever seen something fizz out so fast?
Yeah, my attention span. Moving on.
Really moving on, huh?
Yeah.
Proving his point.
Former Sony executive compares live service games to Mirage. Nope, didn't mean to click that. In an interview with The Ringer, Layden used his prior experience to criticise companies for chasing after the success of live service games. Layden compared the pivot to live service games to a siren's call, saying that it's like seeing a mirage on top of a sand dune. You pursue it, you can't quite get there. According to the executive, Fortnite was a classic example of catching lightning in a jar, and it's impossible to plan for such a unique occasion. And it does not depend solely on the developers having a strong vision for a project. He also was not interested in the idea of making a live service game at all, calling the genre not really a game, but a repetitive action engagement device. Exactly. So, Sean Layden, can you just do me a favour, mate, and just take over like the games industry as a whole? Not Sony. Sony's dead.
More like a repetitive subscription, to be honest, but
yeah,
both work.
Layden's opinions are understandable when considering Sony's highs and lows in recent years. Some single-player games like The Last of Us 2, God of War Ragnarok have been incredibly big hits. On the other hand, Concord was a huge failure, with the live service shooter shutting down in only 2 weeks.
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days exactly. In light of Concord's failure, Sony seems to be taking its strategies further away from live service games recently. Back in January, Sony cancelled 2 live service games. One of them was reportedly a third-person open-world military shooter. Yeah, so new, so different. Being developed by Bluepoint Games, while the other was a God of War multiplayer game. Why?
That sounds wrong.
It does. That's not to say that...
I was thinking to myself that, like, I don't really understand how the likes of God of War, they're still making those. Like, what could they possibly be making that keeps bringing people back?
They've pretty much been going into other mythologies.
Sure.
That's basically what they've been doing. It started out with the Greeks, then it's gone to the Norse gods in recent years. And I think the next one they're predicting is going to be the Egyptian gods.
Sounds very different.
To be honest, the stories that they've been creating from them haven't been too bad, but it's seeing how they do as time goes on. All the games they've made so far have been pretty good. It's just seeing if they continue it or if they fuck it up.
I just, if I was playing them, I think I would have definitely got bored long ago.
Oh, I can imagine. Helldivers 2 sold for over 90 million copies, for example, and it remains a very popular live service action game. You know, I am curious. It's been a while since we've looked. How is Helldivers 2 doing? I guess about 30k each day. Drops to a lowest of about 12k, and that's just on PC. So overall, I can say that's pretty reasonable.
So Friday at 9 a.m. that you looked at that, so
yeah,
it's understandable.
Within the last 3 months, just after an update, they did get a massive arc in players. It lasts for what seems to be like about a week, and there it goes.
People come back a week before the update to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah.
Then grind out the update over the week after, and then they're done.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way games usually work. And that's
nowadays
not really
it is, sure.
True. Oh, by the way, some good news. Solo Leveling Season 3 update. All plot and release date information so far.
Nice.
I thought you'd be happy about that. Did you hear about this? Counter-Strike 2 update has obliterated the skins economy.
Oh yeah, apparently the Russian market went way down.
Yeah, the costs and everything just shot to fucking nothing. I actually made about like £90 on CSGO a while ago, just from selling cases.
Ooh, 90 quid, Roy.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. That I'm surprised to see, though. I thought the skins market died. This doesn't seem like it's dead. This doesn't seem like it's dead at all.
If you're showing something, I don't see it.
Oh, don't you? Oh, I know why. 1 moment. Change stream, entire screen. There you go. Does this look dead to you, Will?
I mean, I'm not seeing anything in the thousands.
No, but £448.30 for a fucking skin.
Yeah, but if you go into that and go to its price history.
That's true.
What did it used to be at?
Let's have a look.
Before the crash.
If I can.
Yeah, this is marketplace for you, mate.
Yeah, I forget it always likes to shit.
Okay, so for some reason this skin went up.
I like this day. This day was good.
What's lifetime look like? Does it right?
Lifetime.
Okay, apparently this is one of the few skins that decide to go up in price.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, all the knives and stuff, like, they plummeted.
Yeah, I had heard this. People were fuming as well.
I mean, it's a marketplace of nothing, mate.
Oh yeah.
What are you paying for?
No, exactly. The money I made off it, as I said, it was just cases. I had tons of cases.
Cases will always sell.
The thing is, the cases that I had used to be worth, I think it were about 40 pence. So I never sold them. All of a sudden, they were these ones I got. They were between like £3 and £5 for a case. So I just sold a bunch of them. My inventory, I think, is actually dead from it.
It's ridiculous, man, honestly.
As you can see, I have a lot of stuff in here. But, yeah. I have shit now that's worth, like, pennies, because I got rid of everything that was actually worth a damn. You can see that there. 10 pence, fucking 76. Oh, £3.40.
Wow.
Didn't expect that. I thought I'd sold everything that was worth them.
I think it's absolutely insane the CS skins went to the price that they did.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I think it's ridiculous of the price of Rust skins have went to.
Oh, Rust skins, I know. It's just as bad.
No, they're not nearly as bad. There's like 2 items that went for a few thousand before, and that's because there was like 1 or 2 ever put in the market because anyone who owned it never bothered in selling it. But I just think it's insane that people are paying thousands for a skin. Like, what are you going to do with it? It's not a physical item that you can own. It's not some market share in a company that's going to eventually actually make you some money. No one's going to pay for it after you've bought it for even more. Like, it just makes absolutely no sense to me.
All that for a big grin.
Yeah. There was a wood door, a wooden door. There was like a mystical tree or something, and I think at one point there was one on the market for like $7,000 or something.
Fucking hell! Someone bought it.
I don't know if it ever sold or if it just got taken down. I'll try and find it. Give me a second.
That's fine. I'm going to just check the Counter-Strike 2 one, see what the highest price one is on this. Out of mild curiosity. If it'll load, that is. Because I think... Oh, here we go. StatTrak Flip Knife, $1.5 grand. That's just ludicrous. But at least it knocks some some money off them. Which I'm happy about. So items lost hundreds of dollars in value. Supply and demand heavily affect games cosmetic. Yeah, we know all this. So yeah, effectively, a ton of people just lost a load of money because for some reason they were putting money into skins rather than, I don't know, ISAs and stocks. Even though stocks, I'd argue, roughly the same problem. But it depends on which way you want to go about it.
October 2018, this door I was telling you about in Rust, there was one sold for £5.
Yeah.
We jump forward to, coincidentally enough, October 2021, also at 2 a.m., which is almost exactly 3 years later. That's kind of crazy. There was one sold for £1,300. Then a month later, there was one sold for £1,200. Then in March 2022, £1,370. And then June 11, £1,370 again.
Jesus Christ.
So there's been a few around, but not many. And I'm pretty sure at one point in time, there was one listed for $7 or $8 grand that obviously no one ever bought.
Yeah. Square Enix announces mass layoffs as restructuring plan pulls development from overseas.
Yeah, Square Enix went to shit long ago. That's why they've not released any good games.
Apparently, they've basically made the decision to remove their production from overseas and bring it back to Japan, where they're from. It could do good for them, but we'd have to wait and see. It is thought that the company is currently notifying some staff working in the UK and US of pending redundancies, and while the exact number of those scope in the US is unknown, IGN reports 137 jobs are presently at risk in the UK. Which is just what the UK needs right now. And then finally, NetEase shuts down subsidiary Bad Brain Game Studios. And the developer was unable to secure a new partner for an ongoing project. What games did you guys make? It told me not to click there, so of course I clicked there. I don't think they ever made anything.
Oh, that's depressing.
Yeah. No, it was founded 2 years ago and never created a thing.
Right.
So it died before it could even start.
2 years of kicking back and taking it easy, I suppose. For whoever was part of that.
We're deeply grateful to NetEase Games for their support and for giving us a runway to explore. Giving us a runway. Sorry, to explore every possible opportunity. Our team poured everything into this journey, pushing creative and technical boundaries every day with passion, imagination, and craft. What we achieved together stands as lasting proof of this team's extraordinary talent. What did you achieve?
Who knows, mate?
I mean, I know I'm dumb. I know I'm not the smartest person in the room at any time, but what did they achieve?
If they didn't create anything, mate, what are we supposed to take from that?
They're idiots. They're idiots. That's all I can take from this entire thing. They are morons. I don't like them. Overall, bizarre. Do not like that. So, yeah, this week has been, honestly, a bit all over the shop.
Just a bit.
But, moving forwards, hopefully, we should be able to solidify some of the issues we've been having as of late. We will try
and get back to a bit of normality, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's sort of what we've been missing. So I'll definitely try and be more consistent. Even if I'm not too well, I will be kicking my ass into gear and getting on. So
it's just that time of year, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I always come down with something about this time of year, so it's about normal. But hopefully, moving forwards, we should be able to resolve some of these and get back to some normality before the Christmas period starts, and we have more shit to bitch about and moan about.
I mean, once I move, I don't know. I might end up. I'd say I definitely miss 1 week, but it could end up also being more.
That's fine, brother. Oh yeah, we do still have one thing that we do have to do at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
we've got our yearly review to pull through, which should be interesting. The thing is,
how do we even go about that?
It's a good question.
It's been such a mess.
Because I have like 5 negative things. I just can't think of anything positive.
There's definitely been a couple of good releases, but in terms of stuff we've actually played and enjoyed ourselves, what is there?
Yeah. I mean, for me, there's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I was talking to you about already.
I mean, you've just started on that.
I'll have finished it by the time the year ends. That much is a guarantee. But there's really not too much. It's quite sad.
We would definitely have to sit down like during the week or something and just go through it together and try and find out what there was that we actually like can say, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the need this year. We're going to have to sit down and actually discuss it properly, even if it's a point where we're like, right, what games do we have in our libraries that have come out this year? Okay, let's sit and play them for an hour each and we'll see how
In terms of this year, like nothing.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Other than, as I said, Kingdom Come. That's the only one I think I have. Actually, let me just check something. Yeah, I just load one up. So I think it might be a case, quite literally, of us talking about like the negatives of this year, the positives of like a game or two if we can find them, and then just talk about some games that we've actually been playing this year that have actually helped us keep our heads on our fucking shoulders, considering the industry's gone to pot.
Yeah.
I think that genuinely is the only way. Why the fuck do I have? Okay, well, I think that's the only way I can think to actually like pull that up. Sad, but it seems like the only thing that we can really do. But we shall see. Anyways, with all that said and done, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And the Discord is in the description. We are usually about, even if we're not in there at the time. If someone ever drops in, we usually end up noticing and drop comments in there. So feel free to come by and say hi.
Almost always online.
Yeah, he is. If I'm not working, I'm online. That much is guaranteed. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you all next time.
Bye for now, guys. We hope to see you next week.
Fingers crossed. Catch you later.